Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm 𝐬𝐿𝐸𝐸. Thank you for joining me today. We've got a pillar session today to talk about what are the three pillars that you need to regain your confidence in the saddle or even on the ground. So everything I'm going to share with you today is exactly what I did to grow my confidence, what I've been implementing every day to continue to grow my confidence and to maintain it. So I'm going to break it down for you. So if you're here, come and say hi. If you see it on replay, hashtag replay down below. Welcome. So I'm gonna be here every Thursday night, Melbourne time. And if you have any friends that struggle with lack of confidence, anxiety, fear, or self-doubt, please invite them to join the group so we can support each other and they can have those trainings as well. So if you don't know me, I'm 𝐬𝐸𝐸. I'm a trauma therapist who works with female equestrian all across Australia to overcome fear, anxiety, and self-doubt. And I'd like to ask you a question. What if what if everything that you've been told about growing your confidence was false? What if? I'm going to share with you three pillars that helped me to grow my confidence. And a little bit of me and my backstory. I lost my confidence in the saddle about 6 or 7 years ago, to the point where I sat on the horse but did not have any clue what I need to do. I was I was feeling like I'm a complete beginner. I was completely frozen on my horse. But I've been riding since I was 10 years old. I actually competed in dressage and show jumping almost every weekend while I was a teenager and young adult. So riding is not really unfamiliar for me. And I've been riding different horses throughout my life. So when I felt that I'm anxious, it really took me by surprise. I didn't know why I'm feeling this way. On top of that, I had panic attacks almost every night back then. I felt butterflies in my stomach when I wanted, just thinking of mounting my horse. It was the butterflies in my stomach was just exploded. So I know exactly how it feels to feel anxious. Long story short, I've been able to overcome my fear and anxiety, but by understanding why I've been feeling this way, what sort of things I need to solve and complete in order for me to move forward. And this is exactly what I would like to teach you. So if that interests you and you want to learn more how to grow your confidence, grab a pen and paper and let's turn out all distractions so we can get focused. Okay, so let's get into it. I see a lot of talented women that either lost their confidence due to a fall or an accident, or women that have been feeling anxious all their lives, never understood why they're feeling this way, but they're hoping that the horses will help them reduce the anxiety, which a lot of the time end up with anxious horse as well. I meet women that been riding for years, then took a break for, raising a family, go traveling, and now they want to go back to the riding and they lost the confidence. And we have beautiful horses, and often I see owners that have beautiful, calm horses. However, they are scared to ride, and they are so scared they're actually avoiding riding. And a lot of the time is due to the what if scenarios that popping into their heads even before they reach their horses. And, you know, if you have a good horse that is quiet, this is just 50% of the equation. The other 50% is you, it's us. We need to feel grounded. We need to feel connected even before we approach the horse's paddock. So I'm able to help you with the mental side of things, show you how to get to mentally prepared to your horse. Doesn't matter if you want to ride in the arena, on trail rides, or clinics. So I believe there are three things that we need to focus on in order to regain our confidence. But it's not just about regaining, it's about also to able to maintain that confidence. So it's not only one lucky time that, oh yeah, I felt really confident today and that's it, I don't feel anxious anymore. This is a constant thing. This is a self-growth and it needs to be maintained. So the first thing is to understand what's been holding you back, or what are the underlying reasons that you feel anxious or scared. So I remember taking a lot of writing lessons when I was younger and went to competitions, but I don't remember any instructors or coaches ever told me how to ride without fear or how to overcome anxiety. And obviously, we all went through anxiety in one point or another while riding. You know, the instructors often tell you if you feel a bit anxious, it's just hold on, or you'll be fine, or the horse know what it's doing, it will be okay, right? You know those sentences. Um, but you know, if your anxiety level is quite high, those statements can only last you for the period of time that you maybe ride your horse. If you come again and you feel anxious again, those statements won't hold for a long time. Another statement I hear is you just need to practice, you know, and the fear will go away. And yes, you do need to practice the mechanical stuff or the technical stuff of riding. However, if it's a new skill, the fear will come up as a guide to protect you, to warn you. But if you know the skill and you've been riding for so many years, like myself, since I was 10 years old, this is not a new skill for me, which means there is something underneath that anxiety that we need to find out what is trying to teach us, what is trying to tell us that we need to do in order to overcome that anxiety. So it's different between when you learn a new skill and a fear kicks in versus when you feel scared or anxious when you already know the skill, like the riding, but you don't know why it's causing you to feel the way you feel. So understanding the underlying reason is really important. Another thing I see that women do, and I've done it myself as well, is to go to Dr. Google or to a podcast or quick solution from a magazine to help us reduce our anxiety or fear. And again, that will help us temporarily just to feel better on the day or maybe for an hour, maybe for the next day. But if we find that we go back to our horses or we're thinking of a bit scary situation like going on trail rides or going to competition and we can't feel calm and we feel very anxious, there's probably a reason behind that. So Google will help you for a little bit as a temporary solution. So what I suggest and what I do with my clients is to go deeper to understand what's behind those symptoms. Maybe there's beliefs behind it. What causes us to feel this way? This is a very important step. So once you understand what's been holding you back and what maybe there's beliefs that's been holding you back, then you can ride your horse wherever you want because you come from an understanding of compassion to yourself because you understand what's been going on with you. You don't present yourself as an anxious being towards your horse. So the relationship with your horse will also improve for the better. And you know, once we understand what's been holding us back, it's a huge step forward to reduce your anxiety because you will be able to control your feelings. Does that make sense? So this is a deep level of transformation. What I teach you is not only for the horses, it's actually life skills. So when you find yourself in different challenges, either from work or social activities, and you feel lack of confidence, you will have tools and you can handle the situation much more in a better way. Because I remember when I started my transformation, my relationship with my husband, with my kids, have improved massively because I knew why I've been behaving this way. I could change it. And that will really help me to move forward and to be a better mom and a better wife, and of course, a better horsewoman. So this is a self-growth that can create endless possibility for you. So this is the first pillar, to dig deep and understand what's behind your fear and anxiety so we can peel off those layers to understand what's behind those symptoms. The second pillar is capacity to stay present. Now, we all have different capacities to how to stay present and different techniques how to stay present. And the idea is to stay present is so important because it helps us respond to the horse in real time. So it avoids from thinking of the what if scenario. So we're not in our heads all the time. So some people like to listen to music to keep them calm. Some people like to talk to their horses and to keep them very focused and present. That's completely fine. The idea is the more you are present with your horse, the more you are focused on him and yourself, the what if scenarios won't be able to pop into your head. And you can learn this skill. It can be a bit hard at the beginning, and you might be able to stay present for a little bit, maybe a few minutes, but it's definitely a skill that you can improve on, and we can definitely teach you that. So I'm wondering, what is your technique to be present with your horse? Let me know in the comments below. So the third thing is strategies, tools and strategies. So let me ask you this. How many of you are relying on the weather to ride? Right? Especially if you're in Melbourne, I don't know about other places, it can be like a lottery ticket, right? To ride or not to ride. Is it too windy? Is it too hot or too cold? Has the horse been looking at the bush or in the funny corner behind that fence? How many take those external factors into account before you decide whether to ride or not? So these are all hopes, if the weather's gonna be good, I'll be able to ride. If the horse will behave, I'll be able to go and float him to a competition. If he wants book from that that specific corner that we know that he doesn't really like, then I can ride him. These are all hopes. And hopes, it's not a strategy, it's a lottery ticket. And the way I see it, I don't want to rely on the weather or any other external factors to tell me whether or not I'd be able to ride. I want to be 100% confident in myself and have strategies to come out from anxiety or fear to more grounded and calm state of mind. So I can work in the arena, I can go to clinics, I can go to competitions or trail rides, whatever I want. It got nothing to do with the weather or with other people around me. I can be confident in myself, so my inner confidence will improve. So once we have good strategies, we can always fall back on them in case we feel anxious. So let's say we were feeling quite good, we've taken a horse to trail ride, and now we feel anxious again. With the proper tools and strategies that I can teach you, it will bring you back to present mode, to how to grounded yourself back before you even go on the ride. So this is really priceless strategies that you can use again with your horse, but also in other parts of your life when you feel overwhelmed and you feel anxious. So let's talk about what we just covered today. So we talk about the 3 pillars. So the first one is to understand what's been holding us back. What's behind the symptoms of the anxiety and fear. The second one is our capacity to stay present so we can avoid the what if scenarios. And the third one is to have tools and strategies to shift our mindset from anxiety or fear to confident and grounded. So we can get results every time we ride our horse. We can be confident in ourselves to ride our horse. So when we're talking about growing our confidence, these pillars that we just spoke about, each one grows on the last one. So let's say if you know what's been holding you back, but you don't practice being present, it won't take you so long before you feel anxious again, or the thoughts of the what if will pop into your head again. And if you're able to stay present but don't know what the underlying reason for you to feel anxious, then again you will only go so far. You won't keep that confidence feeling. So we need those 3 pillars in order to build and maintain our confidence level at all times. Doesn't matter where we go with our horses. Does that make sense? Comment pillars below so I know you got it. So I wonder which one of those pillars you need help with. Let me know in the comments below. And the number one thing that I hear from women that like to go and ride their horses, that they feel freedom when they go out on trail rides with their horse. They feel freedom because it's in different scenarios. They're just them with their horses having fun. But, if we feel anxious when we ride, there's no freedom, right? So we really need to take care of that, of us, making sure that we feel confident every time before we go and ride our horses. And I can help you out because I've got a process that has been proven to help other women so they can feel the freedom again. So you can go wherever you want with your horse, either for trail ride, to clinics, on competition. So I'd like you to imagine, how would it be, when you go out to see your horse, and doesn't matter what the weather is, doesn't matter if it's windy, it won't bother you. Or, you can navigate the emotions when people are frantically running around you, like in competitions, and you can keep yourself collected and together and grounded without falling into the traps of being anxious. Because I remember when I competed, everyone was super anxious around you. So you really need to take care of yourself in order to not fall into that anxiety mode. And by understanding what's been holding me back and practicing those tools and strategies and to be present, it completely changed my life. It completely changed my life with my horse and with my relationship with my family and friends. So I think it's beautiful process to go through. And if you wonder, okay, how do I do this, Abby? Like, what do I need to do in order to get my confidence? So that's a great question. And if you're a woman that wants that consistency of feeling confident wherever you are with your horse, this is what I specialize in doing and helping people. Because I know firsthand how it feels to be anxious, how it feels to feel anxious with something that you're so passionate about, and there's a process to help you to go through it. So if you would like that support, type the word me below in the comment. And what I'll do, I'll just reach out to you and have a chat and ask you a few questions and see if we are a good fit. If we are a good fit and I'll be able to support you, that's great. But if we're not a good fit, that's completely fine. I'll be able to refer you to any one of my friends or colleagues that might be a better solution for you. Because I love to help women and I love to see the transformation in their lives and with their horses. This is a passionate of mine, especially as I went through it and I've come out to the other side. It's really a beautiful process to go through. And it's skills that you will gain forever. Again, it's not only with your horse, it's life skills that you can use if you're anxious at work or in social gathering or on any other challenges in life. So if you want to grow your confidence and how to learn how to maintain it, and you would like support with this, just let's have a conversation. Comment the word me below and I'll reach out to you to have a chat. So this is all for me today. I'll see you on Thursday at 6 p.m. Melbourne time. See you next week.